Tragedy was averted on Tuesday at the premises of the headquarters of Enugu State High Court when the ceiling of the court presided over by Justice Okpe collapsed during sitting, with the registrars and lawyers scampering for safety. According to some lawyers who were in the courtroom when the incident happened, the situation would have resulted to loss of lives if the ceiling had completely detached from the skeleton. The collapse of the courtroom ceiling was a signpost of the dire situation of the court buildings in the state. Majid, as embarrassing as this is, it brings to question the state of court buildings, not just in Enugu, but across the country. Don't you agree?
Well, I've visited courtrooms in Lagos, and it's a different ball game. I mean, they are all very good, courtrooms. And what is painful about this particular court 4 in Aba, presided over by, that's Justice Okpe's court. I mean, is that I read that a lawyer, Anthony SAN, appeared in that court about a few months ago and warned about the state of that
the ceiling.
That this ceiling, they actually mentioned that this ceiling could collapse, and they left it unattended, and this happened. It was God that saved the litigants, the lawyers, and even the judge. He was right in session. This same thing happened in one of the southwest states to the chief judge of the state. He didn't die immediately, eventually lost his life.
Now, this issue, is it a case of not funding enough, or the Ministry of Justice that's supposed to be in charge?
It's not about funding now. It's like paying attention to details, ensuring that the right materials, the right quality is used in, during the construction process. Maybe there is a leaking roof there, and they have a POP. I don't know whether this is POP or...
This does not look anything like POP.
So maybe...
There's no POP here.
Like but even when there is a leak in the roof and the wood for the nogging gets weak, of course you have the ceiling caving in or collapsing. So it's about the... I don't know how old the building is or the structure, but then there must have been a defect somewhere. But for a lawyer to have pointed out that this roof could collapse, it means he saw danger coming, but they ignored it, and this happened. We're only lucky that it didn't lead to loss of lives.
Mikhail, your thoughts here?
Yes, it reinforces the need for us to, from time to time, restore our old buildings. A lot of the court buildings in our country are very old. They're very old. The prisons, too, they are very old. I heard that they are going to build new prisons now. I'm very happy about that, because the prisons are so old.
Yeah, we saw one at the fence actually.
They shouldn't inhabit people anymore. And if the courtroom, the ceiling can give way in this manner, what if it was POP that came down on people's heads?
It would have been really dangerous.
It would have killed people instantly, because of the weight and all that, and how solid the POPs usually are. So there's a need now for the governor of Abia State to get down to brass tacks.
It's Enugu.
Oh, it's Enugu. Sorry. To get down to brass tacks and award contract for the renovation and restoring of court buildings in the state, because this is like a warning. Something bigger is probably on the way if they do not move quickly to restore those buildings. Buildings will get old, but they need to be constantly maintained. And when they are maintained and restored, I saw an hotel of about almost 100 years. Yes. I visited the country and I saw an hotel built, I think, around 1930s.
Still standing strong.
If somebody told you, you will not believe. Because from time to time they restore it. It retains its architecture, but the inside still looks really luxuriant. You will not believe that the hotel is that old. It's
so
about how you maintain
who should be in charge of maintaining the
we are talking
building?
about whether poor funding.
Yes.
It's possible because the judiciary does not enjoy full autonomy. I remember a judiciary staff telling me that there was a time they wanted their people to go for training abroad. And the governor was saying, why do they need to go abroad? I mean, if they had financial autonomy, why do they have to go to a governor, cap a hand, asking for money for the training of their staff?
Okay.
You know? So I believe that funding is also an issue that has to be addressed. All courtrooms in Nigerian states should be modernized like we have in Lagos.
Exactly. Okay.
Judges should not write in longhand. It's anachronistic. And the equipment, the environment should be modernized. You need to see the videos of some courts, especially magistrate courts. In fact, the way magistrates are even treated like they are not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
they don't treat them like even when this law allowing judges more years before they retire.
Okay.
They didn't extend it to them.
Oh, really?
They didn't extend it to magistrates, so we treat them like they are inferior.
Like the way, like the disparity between polytechnic and university graduates.
We treat them as if they are inferior. So you need to see some magistrate courts, see how old they are. I've seen some. I don't want to mention.
So this is, are you saying that this issue, the Attorney General should, or the Commissioner of Justices in these states, or what?
It's actually the governor, because the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice might recommend to the governor.
Okay, recommend to the governor.
Yes, but you see, like Jide said, the funding comes for the governor. It's not supposed to be. They should fund the judiciary directly. Because I don't see.
That's what we've been asking
I don't see why governors should be buying vehicles for judges.
Or
give them
houses for judges.
Give them their money. Let them
do whatever they want to do.
Let them be responsible.
Do you remember,
for whatever they
do you remember
want
a governor who, because he didn't get what he wanted, now decided to seize
the vehicle?
Yeah, the vehicle.
No, seize the subvention of the judiciary.
Yes.
He seized it.
It's okay. Because he was not getting favorable
judgment. The judgment. Okay, I will deal with you. Hold on.
That's an embarrassing.
And they're supposed to be on first line charge.
Exactly. But anyway, it's a fine place for us to leave it, gentlemen. Majid Jami, appreciate you as always.
Thank you very much.
Team Captain.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having this conversation with us.